Welcome to the Grief City podcast. I'm Nuella, and this is another episode of Griefy Tips, because a little support can go a very long way.
Welcome to Grief City.
Here is today's Griefy Tip. As you approach extra griefy days and seasons, make space for your grief to breathe. Whether it's the holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, whatever it is, I think this is something you can apply to all of those tough seasons and times in the year. All of those first, without my dad here, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, you name it. I didn't know that the lead up to these days was going to be so tough. So I would find myself I'd be getting moody. I'd be getting irritated much more easily. Like everything felt on edge. All my emotions felt like very on edge and almost like out of control. And now, 4 years in, I've started to learn that, if you start to feel a little more tender, a little on edge, like a month out, 3 weeks out from these special and significant dates in the year, it's probably your heart like, hey, we're feeling a little tender about this approaching date because dad's not here. And I think it's an important time to tend to your heart and tend to your grief. So I try to be now intentional with making the space that my grief needs to kind of breathe and to feel things. So this past November, we did Griefy and Grateful, which from November 14th until Thanksgiving or through Thanksgiving Day, we were doing prompts that were just giving space for our grief to be felt, whether it be joy, sorrow, gratitude, whatever the emotion was that was coming up. But it was just a time to be intentional and to reflect on our loved one, reflect on the things we're feeling in this season, checking in with our hearts. I have found that when I am intentional with making space for my grief during these more tender times in the year, especially around the holiday season, I find a lot more peace as I approach those days and those times in the year. So I want to encourage you to make space for your grief. I think it's completely normal to feel like, I'm feeling on edge. I'm feeling moody. I'm feeling really sad every day. Whatever your emotion is, grief shows up in so many ways in our emotions and in our body. So make space for your grief. Go on a walk. Eat nourishing foods. Exercise your body. Journal. Talk with a friend. Do things that are going to make the room you need for your grief to be felt and for you to welcome in more peace, because we need peace in these times of year. And it's okay if it's just a little bit of peace. Like, you don't have to be like, I have to be perfectly zen during the holiday season. Like, no. Peace and your grief and your sorrow and your joy and all of these complex emotions coexist. And it's okay to feel them all at the same time. And it's okay if maybe one of them is like leading the way as opposed to other ones. That's okay. It's normal. It's normal to feel more emotional during these times in the year. But what's really important, I think, is to allow yourself to feel it and to give your grief that space that it needs right now.